Hey guys, President Bill, Comic Book University. I'm able to talk a little bit louder now because the family's already awake. Kids are off eating and watching Spider-Man. We're all nerds. We're all nerds watching the 60s Spider-Man. Anyway, okay, so episode 5. And first off, Claire's back, and you knew Claire was going to be coming back. You saw her in the trailers and all that good stuff. And oh my God, Rosario Dawson. But anyway, so yes, she's back, and I still don't like the fact that she's not a doctor. In the comics, she was a doctor. All the night nurses were doctors. Night nurse was just a title. They were all actually doctors. One of the night nurses is in Doctor Strange. His girlfriend, the Amy Adams, played her. She was a night nurse. You know what I'm saying, in the comics. Yeah, bunch of night nurses. Um, in fact, the girl who actually betrayed Luke Cage was actually a night nurse, and that was like the love of his life. He still wound up getting with what's her name, Jessica Jones, at some point. But yeah, anyway, in this episode, we're seeing that there really is starting to be a spark with Colleen Wing and Iron Fist, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, like, I'm going to accept it. It is what it is. I'm not diehard by the comics, but yeah, like in the comics, he actually got with Misty Knight. Luke Cage never got with Misty Knight. That was never a thing. It was actually, yeah, it was Danny Rand. They were actually together for a while. Thought they had a baby. It was a false pregnancy because his chi is so strong, stronger than his sperm apparently. Anyway, yeah. In fact, like my wife's favorite scene in the comics is those two sitting in bed together, Danny Rand, Iron Fist, and Misty Knight. He's sitting behind her, and he's doing Bantu knots in her hair. And it's just like such a lovey-dovey scene. Plus, Bantu knots are really hard to do. Just saying, look it up. So, yeah, it bugs me a little bit that, Colleen Wing got with Cyclops in the comics for a very short time. Cyclops is a jerk, especially when it comes to women. He was really just like the holdover chick, I guess, the rebound chick. That's what Pops would say in Luke Cage. He's just the rebound chick. Well, he thought that Jean Grey was dead, and then Jean Grey came back, but it wasn't really Jean Grey. We're not doing the X-Men. So anyway, yeah, Colleen was always. That's one of the reasons why I loved Colleen Wing, is because she didn't need a man to, validate her life. She was badass all on her own. And yeah, she really is. And she goes to try and rescue him and all that good stuff. She finally gets to see a glimpse of the Iron Fist. Very that was towards the end when they saved Rod Shaw or whatever, the chemist. And of course when he's like, oh, Sabina, this is clearly his daughter. It's always the daughter, okay? Have these people never watched TV or movies or anything like that, okay? It's the daughter. It's always the daughter. They kidnap the daughter. So yeah, seeing Madame Gao directly involved with the hand is weird to me a little bit, because she was always kind of like the side, like dealing indirectly with the hand, doing business with the hand, not actually being a part of the hand. But whatever, man, whatever. So yeah, what else were they doing in this particular one? Notes. Where's my notes? Oh God, the side plot. Yeah, with those 15 cancer children, that was messed up. And of course, the girl in there crying and all that stuff. And my little boy in fourth grade, it was all really sad. It really was. And then they go and pull that total dick move. Like like I get the idea. Look, I'm okay with her approaching Danny Rand, and I'm okay with the lawyer doing the little cell phone footage and all that stuff. I'm cool with that. But then to play that as your trump card, as opposed to seeing, is Danny Rand actually gonna make good like he said, instead of trusting that he's the good guy, he's gonna try and do something good like that. No, instead they're just like, okay, that's it, we got something, go forward. I'm sorry, but like I have dealt with business law before, doing international marketing, like literally a lot of overseas stuff. Have to know American law, have to know overseas law. And no, I'm sorry, it's actually very easy to prove that a tape like that was not meant to be exactly what it was. There was no admission of guilt in there. All right. It was very easy to prove with the things that were said in there. So ridiculously easy. So I don't know why anybody was freaking out over something like that. That would have quite literally been a non issue. That's like somebody goes and posts that and like, okay, this is how we're going to get you. Well, thank you for showing me that you literally have nothing. So yeah, total dick move. Just sad. Like that's the end of my since I said it's going to be a Trump move, I'm going to have to write sad at the end of my tweet. whatever. So Claire comes in. Claire kicks, some students, but she's learning. You saw at the end of Luke Cage, she found the Colleen Wing learned martial arts thing. Same thing that she was doing in the beginning of episode 1. And yeah, man, so she's learning really fast. She's finally getting ready to fight back and all that good stuff. And then, of course, she runs into another super. When she finally, like that moment of realization, when she realized that Danny Rand is, she didn't have to see the superpower. Just hearing the talk, it's like, oh God, why do I keep? Mama always said, yeah, Mama always says, and Mama's usually right. Saying, oh man, just she can't get away from it. She can't, and also all 4 of them going to be there. Plus Misty and Colleen going to be Daughters of Dragon. I actually reviewed one of those videos. Oh, I didn't do a reaction for that. I just put on at real no yeah at realprofessorbill.com. No, at realprofessorbill. Wow, am I tired? At realprofessorbill. You'll see my Facebook page. Do that search on Facebook. I need to slow down. And you will see my Facebook news page. All I do is comic book news all the time. And bang, you're done. All the comic book news, comic book related news that you need, it's there, including the latest movie stuff. Like a Power Ranger, real life played a Power Ranger, and killed somebody with a samurai sword. Yeah, his roommate. Totally wicked, dude. Real life just happened yesterday. Anyway, so I'm seeing a lot of really wacky stuff, like Ward Meacham actually becoming a drug addict in this. Dude, I see nothing but bad things happening with this guy in the future. But we didn't get to see Harold Meacham, the dad, in this one at all. Which means that when we see him again, maybe next issue, maybe not, episode, comic book nerd, I say issue. Next episode, it's going to be pretty wicked. Yeah, it's going to be very wicked indeed. Anyway, so badang. Let's watch episode 6. Episode 6, mind you, was the last episode that the critics got to see. They got to see the first half, episodes 1 through 6. They didn't get to see 7 through 12. So this is going to be the last one I'm going to see. Like, did they end on a sour note? Let's find out. Okay, first of all, Comic Book University, next episode.